Assalamu alaikum, children. Today we are continuing the chapter sports in your Global Learners book. Right? So, as we studied the last day of this chapter, right, we studied one part of the story of Offside, right? Offside by Tom Palmer. I explained this section where you get to know about Danny and his dad, who are the main characters in this story, and where we get to know that Danny's dad is blinded, so they always used to go and watch these football matches. So during that time, as his father is blind, he has practiced to commentate. That means talk about whatever happens in the match to his dad, right? He used to describe whatever happens um, in the match to his dad. So that's how he started to learn to commentate, right? And here now, the first day, that soon after his dad was blinded in an accident, the first day where they goes to watch a match, right? That is their one of their favorite team, city team is playing. So under that, I told you to do the A and B question, right, in your textbook, you in the pencil itself. So moving on to the next section, that is the second one and third one. First, let's see the second section, right? The second half was fantastic. City poured players forward. Their twin strike force looked lethal. Sam Roberts, England's leading scorer and new sensation, Ghanaian international Anthony Owusu. Danny struggled to keep up his commentary just as much as the United defenders struggled to keep up with City's strikers. So this paragraph, I think I explained you all earlier, right? Second half means, as I said you, after the break they have divided football matches into like first half and second half. So after the break they give a break in the middle, so after the break the second half, that is becoming more and more excited now, the game, because one of the two leading team players in this city team, that is Anthony Owusu and Sam Roberts, they are the most powerful and strong players, right, in city's team, in Danny's favorite team. So because of their tough you know uh, the playing and stuff like that, even Danny couldn't get to describe each and everything to his father, because there was so many excitement going on. And also even the opposite team, the one who was playing opposite city, right, opposing defend, that is called the United Defenders, they were also finding it hard to keep up with the pace of these players, these city players, right? Owusu is playing deep, Danny told his dad. Roberts further up. And as he spoke, City's midfield dynamo launched a high cross into the United area. The ball ricocheted off a defender to Owusu, who controlled it on his knee and volleyed it with amazing power. At first, the ball seemed to be going way over, but then it began to dip into a powerful arc. Half a second later, it was crashing in off the crossbar and bouncing about in the goal. So now, see the words he is using to describe about the way these two players are playing, Owusu and Roberts, right? Anthony Owusu and Sam Roberts. Owusu is playing deep and Roberts further up. So he's saying Owusu is playing deep means he's playing so well that the other strong player, Sam Roberts, is playing more lethal, right? More tough than Anthony Owusu, right? So when he's speaking, when he's saying about this, right, another player that is called the midfield dynamo is the midfield player. So I'll explain who are the strikers, midfielders in the next page, right? You have that football pitch in the next page. I'll explain in that. So midfield players mean, the midfield mean in the uh, position, they are called midfield players, right? So in that one player, right, he kicked the ball which he received to the United defenders area. So now the ball ricocheted means it went in a fast kick, right? It was kicked fast, so it went over to the defender Owusu, right? So after that, he kicked the ball, right? He controlled it his knee and he gave an amazing kick to the ball, right? It went way over means it went so upwards, it formed a half arc means a semicircle, it formed a arc, a semicircle, and it crashed on the crossbar. You can see in that picture itself, crossbar means the corner metal thing of the goal posts, right? The metal thing, the corner part of the goalpost which is made in the metal, that is crossbar, right? So there the ball crashed onto the crossbar and it went into the goalpost, right? So there they had scored a goal. Bouncing means you all know it's the ball's movement up and down, okay? So you all are supposed to do the C, D, E, F, right? Questions. You have to underline the answer in the textbook itself using a pencil. That's all, right? Now the third section. 1-0. An awesome strike. Danny and his dad leapt into each other's arms as the crowd exploded. First with the loudest cheer of the season, then with the name of the scorer, over and over again, Ovasu, Ovasu, Ovasu. When the fans had gone quiet enough for anyone to talk, Dad spoke. What happened? This always amused Danny. His dad would be leaping around, punching the air, screaming at the top of his voice 1 minute, then calmly asking to know why he's been jumping around in the first place. How so? Danny said breathlessly. I gathered that. He just blasted it in. Yeah? So now, soon after, also scored a goal, right? You know, in the scoreboards, you get the goal points, the points. So City players had 1 point and United defenders nil. Nil means 0. So soon after he scored a goal, Anthony also, the whole crowd in the stadium, the whole crowd, the whole audience got up and cheered. That is what you call exploded, right? With a loud noise. So even Danny and his dad also was getting up and cheering, and everyone was shouting the name of the one who scored the goal, that is Ovasu's name, right? So when everyone had gone quiet enough, only his father asked him what happened, right? So this was one thing that always used to happen, right, with his dad Danny, right? Danny's dad, when the crowd exploded, cheered, he also used to get up and cheer, but after that only used to ask from Danny what happened, right? Now Danny informs that Ovusu only has kicked a ball, right? So moving on to the last section, the fourth section. Danny knew his dad needed more. Don't forget to do the G and H question in your textbook itself. Just underline the answer, right? Danny knew his dad needed more, so he decided to give it to him like a proper reporter on the radio. He breathed in and began, City's amazing Ghanaian international has scored the goal of the season. Picking the ball up on the edge of the area, he took it on his knee, then fired an unstoppable volley past the paralyzed United keeper. That's Awusu's 20th goal of the season, and just goes to show that he deserved the African Player of the Year award he received only 2 weeks ago. So now, because Danny's dad asked what happened, now Danny wanted to give a detailed, description about what happened, how he kicked the goal, right? Anthony Ovusu, how he scored the goal. So he tries to give it like a person who is a reporter on the radio. Have you ever heard? The one who, talks on the radios, reporters, right? The way the proper reporter talked on the radio itself, he started to explain in that is the way he commentated, right? Like a commentator, the exact like a commentator. So he gave that information that City's, see how he explains, City's amazing Ghanaian international has scored the goal of the season. He's using very nice words to commentate there. You can see, right? He fired an unstoppable volley past the paralyzed United defender's keeper, paralyzed. See how he's explaining each and everything very nicely when he commentates, right? So now, in this paragraph, in this section, we get to know that Anthony Owosu is from Africa, right? His birthplace is from Africa, because they have said that he has won the African Player of the Year, right? So he's from Africa. Now, similarly, do the I question also in your textbook itself. Just underline the correct answer using a pencil. Coming on now, that's all about the story. You just need to underline, like, do the questions only, the textbook itself. Now, coming on to the fifth question, right? They have given a football pitch, right? And on top they have given some the team players name, the positions where they stay and what they are called. So strikers, defenders, goalkeeper, midfield, goal area, right? So I'll just say like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, what are those positions? First one is the goalkeeper, right? That person who stands to defend the goal when it comes to the goal post, that is goalkeeper. Then second one, goal area, right? That is what you call the goal area. Third one, those are the defenders. Now suppose a goal, right, comes, right, once when someone from the opposite team kicks the goal into their goal post, they are there to defend. Then we have the midfielders, fourth one midfielders, then fifth one strikers, right? Just write them down in your exercise book, those answers. Now moving on, you need to do the seventh question in this page. You have to do the seventh question. They have given A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They have underlined the words, right? So you have to cut those words and select the word which has the same meaning from the brown color box on the side, right? Brown color box, you have all the words. You have to choose the words from that and write it here. Now, ran very fast means blasted. Found it difficult means struggled. Like that, you have to choose the words and write it here. You write in the your exercise book, right? Learner's exercise book. And also, do the first one, second one, fifth one, and sixth one. Okay, that's all for today. We have finished the chapter sports. So we'll continue the next chapter the next day. Thank you.